The Hollywood Beatdown. Yes, this show is still happening. Over the last few years, a lot has changed in the way we watch movies. As the internet has taken over the world, it's had a huge impact on how we watch things. Streaming services such as Netflix and Amazon Prime have become huge, and every day millions of people around the world watch movies and TV shows on these services. But that doesn't mean every single film and TV show on these services are complete gold, which is why I'm starting this new segment called What the Fuck, Netflix? In this segment I plan on finding the weirdest sounding movies and TV shows I can find and make fun of them. And starting off this segment is a film called The Adventures of Food Boy. The Adventures of Food Boy is about a teenager who creates food out of nowhere. No, seriously, that is the plot to this film. Can you see why I chose it now? Starring the gay kid from High School Musical, The Adventures of Food Boy is possibly the weirdest movie I've ever come across. Is it a comedy? Is it a serious drama? Well, I think it's pretty obvious, but let's find out in this review. This is The Adventures of Food Boy. I don't think anyone wakes up like that. If they did, this world would be a happier place. So we see the main character of the film, Ezra, running to get to high school while the cheesiest pop rock song ever made plays. Of course, this scene plays no relevance to the film and is over as quickly as it started. So our hero is late to school. Yeah, well, you should have left the lid on. Maybe that guy was trying to teach you a lesson, and the reason he's laughing like a psychopath is because he's happy about the good deed he's just done. Also, should that guy be a student? He looks older than the teacher.
Can I go to the bathroom, Mr. Lund?
Looks like you already did.
Take the hall pass, please.
Why does he have a bullhorn to talk to someone on the other side of the classroom? Is he really that far away that he can't just speak normally? So the music randomly starts playing again as we skip to lunch, because nothing that happened in the time between that lesson and lunch is anywhere near as important as watching him brush his teeth and go to the bathroom to dry himself off. So we see Ezra with his friends as they start to create a weird combination of foods and make him eat it with a spoon. That was the most pathetic fall I've ever seen. He didn't trip forward, he fell to his knees. It's almost like he didn't get tripped at all. Ezra shows a book with a group of honor students called the Elite 100.
This is the list of the Elite 100 top honor students in the country this year. Look at their credentials. They all have top grades, they all play a sport or two, and they all volunteer somewhere. But they have one thing that I'm missing. They all are president of something. Oh, Ivy League schools are looking for students who lead. This is my last year to really bulk up my application.
Garrett would fit in great on that list.
Gentlemen, lady, I now announce my candidacy to run against Garrett for junior class president.
Hopefully there's a fight to the death. It'll make this film much more interesting. So everyone finds his candidacy funny.
What is this? Is this frost?
Well, I steamed them, seasoned them, and then I froze them. It's revolutionary.
Revolutionary is probably not the word you're looking for, more like poison. So we then see him golfing with his friend Dylan. Starts to speak about all the people that rule the world.
You know, you're setting yourself up for serious ridicule.
But I think he's done a good job of that already by eating randomly mixed together food off a plate.
We're gonna run the most memorable campaign the school's ever seen.
Finally.
This is a new shirt, by the way.
Why did we need to know that he was wearing a new shirt? Is that really an important bit of information? Is he now gonna win the candidacy cause he's got a new shirt? Genius, I never thought of that. Maybe people will actually start watching these videos if I get a new shirt. So their teacher puts a picture on the projector. Do computers not exist in this universe?
People know who I am, right?
I'm not sure the rest of the class even know who they are. So far they've just done nothing but sit blankly in silence. So he gets up in class and announces that he's running for president and no one knows him.
Do you know him?
I thought he was visiting from another school.
What is it with these students being in their 30s?
You know, I don't think any of us in here want another year at Garrett. So, why don't you take a chance on me?
I thought this was a film about someone who created food from nothing. So far we've just got the nothing, none of the food, unless you count whatever that was. To show how much of a god he is, Ezra sets out to drink an entire gallon of milk in under 3 minutes. Should we just skip to the vomiting? Oh shit, one of the trailer park boys is here. Thanks for walking into the scene and promptly leaving 2 seconds later. Your presence in that scene has left a big impact on me. So Ezra reads some books to children who then criticise his reading abilities. Well, that scene went nowhere, so let's hope the next one goes somewhere.
You can stop obsessing about your college application. You already have more than enough to get into an Ivy. You know, people like you because of who you are, not because you have some title.
Wait, people like him? I thought we spent the last 12 minutes establishing that no one likes him. Now I'm confused. I never thought a film called The Adventures of Food Boy would be so back and forth.
I just really need to get some fresh ideas for the campaign. It'd be really nice to have a girl's perspective.
Justine is running, and we go back a long ways, and
No worries.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
Actually, I gotta go.
Did he just try and ask her out and get rejected? I have no idea what's happening with this film, and we haven't even got to the weird part yet. So Ezra starts another challenge by putting loads of food into a blender. I'm pretty sure we've established that having a strong stomach is not one of his strong points. So why the fuck are you still trying to say it is? This event is a fundraiser for charity, which he gets $2 for. Somehow he manages to survive the challenge, and the weird, probably pedo garage worker returns for no reason again except to show off his bling and Austin Powers like chest hair. We then go to a practice talk for Ezra where he's going over his statements.
My fellow students, it is time for some change around here. Do we really want another year to be like every other year that we've had here at Timpview's school system? If you vote for me, you'll see things that you've never imagined. And this year will be one to remember.
That's a pretty bold statement, unless you have something to follow it up. You know, maybe talk about some of the changes you're going to make. Just a bit of advice there. So, Dylan talks about a plan to get one of the popular girls at the school to join Ezra's campaign.
I don't want you to be disappointed if things don't go.
I've got a really good chance, Dad.
You do? Are you in a completely different film than the one I'm watching?
Your mom would have supported this. She was always saying how you're destined for greatness.
Yes, and junior class president is about the greatest honor any man can have.
If it isn't my favorite student.
Maybe Ezra should change his morning plan if he's going to be late every single day. But at least we didn't have to sit through a montage showing us his routine this time. So Ezra notices his hand smells like peanut butter. Then it turns out he has peanut butter all over his hand and face. Is this something I should be questioning? So Dylan sees his plan work.
Hey, Ezra, do you have any food left?
No, sorry, I don't.
Seriously, anything.
Did you not listen to what he said?
I'm starving.
Maybe you should bring your own food, you greedy bitch.
The only person left is that Ezra kid, and no one's gonna vote for that geek anyway.
I think he's nice.
Have you even ever spoken to him? How do you know he's nice? Maybe it's just a cover. He could be the next Hitler. See what you've done? You've just allowed your school to be run by Hitler. So randomly an orange appears out of Ezra's empty paper bag. Why he had an empty paper bag is my main question here, not why an orange randomly appeared out of nowhere. So Ezra is about to go on stage and give his big speech as he discovers more food appearing out of nowhere.
I'll burn your boat because I'm
I'm pretty sure that's the exact same piece of meat.
As you know, I have served as your class president for several years in a row now.
Yeah, we can tell by the many wrinkles on your face. Ezra gives his statement.
My opponent does not lead
by that example. Sometimes these decisions are hard to make.
This is the most awkward thing I've ever seen. It's not even funny, it's just hard to watch. So pieces of meat fly out of his pockets. He's the food version of Spider-Man. Did that really deserve applause? So Ezra hides in the toilets and locks himself up. I'm pretty sure you can't lock the door to the entire bathroom from the inside. Wait. Did a piece of bread just descend from his hand? Yep, I saw it. Fuck that shit. That's it. I've had enough of this shit. I've seen enough crazy stuff to last a lifetime. But no, this is the cherry on top. I'm going to leave home, live secluded somewhere away from this film, spend the rest of my life as a lumberjack. If Dexter can do it, so can I. Fuck this. So pieces of bread appear all over the room. Then he starts squirting mustard everywhere. I think the wrong music is playing here. This music's too happy. Let me fix it. So Ezra walks out and falls over. Of course he gets in trouble and storms off to his room. Then he finds out that his grandma can do it as well. What kind of fucked up Teen Wolf shit is this?
We can make food?
We all can create food. In fact, we are food. So they start creating food while random music plays. It essentially turns into the worst music video ever created. Now it makes sense. I figured it out. I'm dead. I'm dead and in hell.
Let's start with the absolute basics. How well do you know Plato?
What, the philosopher?
Plato taught that every object has an ideal form.
Shit, this has turned into an educational movie. I don't do learning. Me no learn well. So Ezra goes to sleep, which apparently is the most exciting subject for a music montage.
I'm not supposed to show you any of this for 2 more days, but we broke so many rules yesterday. I thought you could get started on phase 2 of your training.
Oh shit, better not break the rules. The food police might come and break his kneecaps.
Everything you need to know is in there. It's a compilation of thousands of years of experience with our gift.
The fuck am I watching? So Ezra returns to high school where everyone starts to compliment him on his meat throwing abilities. He's then essentially told that he has to become junior class vice president instead.
Guys, we're making this way, way too complicated. It's just a football game.
Oh no, you did not just say that. You's gon' get beat. Ezra says that he is going to do a magic trick at the football game.
I can't believe you never told anybody about this. Not even Dad or Grandpa?
I almost told your grandfather many, many times, but I just couldn't. No one would believe me, and eventually you'll read that the more people you tell, the worse the food tastes.
I'm not surprised. I don't believe you and I'm watching the fucking film. What the fuck is this? Ezra realizes that he's late to read to the children.
Who would like to see a magic trick? Okay, I want you to hold out your hand just like this. How about that? Who else wants a strawberry?
Did you not listen to what your grandmother said earlier? You're gonna end up giving those children poison berries.
You wanna go for a run with me?
I think I need that.
What the fuck is up with this music? Why does a simple running scene need cheesy power pop playing in the background?
Oh, that reminds me.
They're going to get together. I've just worked out your film. Fuck you. Ezra performs his magic trick. Why is this deserving of applause? He's literally just thrown pieces of meat at people. I'd be incredibly pissed off if this happened to me. So then Ezra collapses off the table.
party at my house tomorrow. You should come.
Do I have to do any magic tricks?
I think your magic's already working.
What? How does that make any sense? His magic involves making food appear out of nowhere. Obviously it's working because you fucking saw him do it! So at this party, Ezra starts talking to a girl, which makes Shelby jealous. Shit, he getting all the bitches. Shelby decides to get owned back, which makes Ezra feel awkward. Okay, I don't know why this is being treated like an army-related thing or why Brock Baker is here, but whatever.
Any words for the team?
It's not really a team, you're playing golf. I'm pretty sure that's a solo sport. So Ezra's grandmother drives him to a weird room where Ezra has to cook with a TV chef. Now for another shitty montage. I mean, this film has more montages than a cheesy 80s action movie. Ezra is told that on the 59th day of having his powers, if he doesn't want to have them anymore, he can just get rid of it. So then we go to the talent show where Ezra decides it's going to be his final performance. Wow! How is she singing with multiple voices and chorus effects with only one microphone?
The one and only Food Boy!
Food boy? What was that all about?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's the name of the movie, so you can't really argue.
Okay, how about some watermelon? I love watermelon.
Yeah, maybe if your arm is spraying water, you don't point it at people!
I got you off to a bad start. You just need some more practice.
So, don't you want the milk anymore? Ezra decides he wants to get rid of the power. This is fucking X-Men 3 all over again, and we all know how that panned out. It sucked. Ezra tries to make milk, but it goes wrong. Oh great, another montage, just what we needed. So Ezra mopes around for a while everyone congratulates him while the cheesiest acoustic song ever created plays. I think this film has more shitty music than it has food.
Except for hurting Shelby. That was very stupid.
I didn't mean to.
How stupid are you, Ezra? I mean, seriously. She has a huge thing for you. If a girl even looked at me, let alone liked me,
What?
I don't know. But I sure wouldn't embarrass her in front of the entire school.
Wait, that's something you shouldn't do? Fuck, I've been getting it all wrong. Ezra apologizes to Shelby, they have an argument, my time is wasted, the suicidal thoughts return. Ezra starts a food fight with Garrett, which escalates throughout the entire lunch hall. Yeah, you can tell this film is nothing like real life. This is the most stereotypical, cliched kids movie I've seen in a long time, and I sat through the fucking Shaggy Dog. Ezra and Dylan then make up, and Ezra and Garrett get in trouble for the food fight. Ezra takes the blame for the food fight and resigns as vice president. Dylan and that popular girl from earlier start flirting because why the fuck not? Ezra goes to help clean up and puts his shirt on, officially calling himself Food Boy proudly. He finally gets his liquids under control while a really cheesy pop punk song plays. Ezra and Shelby kiss for the first time, then walk away together as the film ends rather anticlimactically. And that was The Adventures of Food Boy. And I'm still just as confused about what the fuck this film is about as I was when I read the description for it on Netflix. The film could have been a really weird movie, but fun because of how ridiculous it is. But it just kind of becomes a cliched preteen movie. It's sort of something you'd see as a Nickelodeon/Disney Channel original movie. And it's not awful. There are a couple moments where I did chuckle, but not really because they were funny, more just because I had no idea what I was watching. The acting isn't terrible, but it's not great. The characters are about as flat as humanly possible. No one is really interesting. In the end, I didn't care what happened to any of them. In fact, all I wanted was for the film to end. the film doesn't really go anywhere too. It feels like it may be building up to something, but you're never quite sure what it is, and when you get to the climax in the movie, you're just kind of left thinking, is that it? It's far from the worst movie I've reviewed on this show, but it's also not the best movie I've reviewed on this show. Thanks for watching Hollywood Beatdown, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully that's not in 5 months like it was with this episode.
I like food, food tastes good. I like food, food tastes good. Juicy burger, juicy fight. Really late to grab the side. Teenage good with type of two. Get my way or I'll eat you. I like food, food tastes good. I like food, food tastes good. Good to time back and eating. I like food, food tastes good. I like food, food tastes good.